Cornhuskers. Taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The handoff to Johnson. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 16-yard line, and they're in the red zone and threatening to put up points. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run, and they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the single running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused.
There he goes. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both of these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Wolverines. They put the first points on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature them, throw it up, let them go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Cornhuskers are flying down the field.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of stuff.
Touchdown, Huskers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To the air, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got a man, it's Moore. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Haynes. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Throwing right. Pulls it in. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down. That is how it's done on third down. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go jumbo package, 3 tight end set on third and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the end zone. It goes incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. That's caught. It's Morgan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Morgan. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Duke. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Breaks into the open. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it for a big play. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does.
Tons of room in the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
To throw, it's Raiola. Looking down the middle, and his throw is incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of him. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But with snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
With the catch, it's Barney. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for the score! Touchdown, Nebraska! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
He tries to take the top off. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverine. He got a step and just dusted the field. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put ball to pick up the first down.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Starting to feel a little pressure. The short hands, it's Knowles.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a tight end. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Barney. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. He's taking the shot. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll try the right side. Plows through the defense. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go right back to it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're probably a little rattled after that last pick six, and who could blame them? But now deep breath and settle. Oh, he's got some space. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to scramble. quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Got it in the middle. It's Hunter.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bonner. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. The Cornhuskers are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air. It's Raiola. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Touchdown! Fish again. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
That's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Now improvising. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in, it's Hunter. Quickly working the sideline and getting out of bounds after a pickup of 18. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.